Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share any and everyone that you can. Just read out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. The Portland Trailblazers lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves 127-102 last night on the road. Blazers center Robert Williams played his first game in about a year and looked like he didn't miss a beat. I, of course, like what I saw, so let's get into the film. Alright, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come in the house. And all Celtics fans, man, it was just so good to see our dog back on the court after about a year of not playing basketball. I believe he was activated 2 games ago, but Chauncey just decided not to play him. In this game, Rob had 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block. He stuffed the stat sheet, and one of his greatest qualities, especially when he was with the Celtics in that 2021-2022 season when we went to the finals and lost to the Warriors, he averaged 4 offensive rebounds per game. That was good for 3rd in the league, and here he gets the easy putback. And for a guy that's always been injured, especially with his knees, the thing that you want to see is him being able to be his normal athletic self. Now, peak Rob, athletically, is one of the most athletic centers that I've ever seen in my life. Now, there's prime Dwight Howard, there's even a guy like Stromile Swift, right, who is just like, if we're talking about pure athletes, those are probably the 2 centers that pop into my head. But prime Rob, I haven't seen anybody jump like him. Now, of course, you know what I'm saying, not really too much, but it's nice to see Rob get up for those oops. And then on the other side of the court, you guys know he's a defensive playmaker. He anchored our defense 2021-2022. He averaged about 2.5 blocks per game. Beyond that, he's a great defensive playmaker. He's a really smart guy, and he always gets his hands on the basketball for deflection and stuff like that. And he almost averaged a steal a game that season too. And as I told y'all in the last clip, Rob has amazing hands. That's on defense, offense. He's able to listen. The first time I saw this, I thought he was finna dunk this shit. And Rob was probably the best lob threat in the league when he was with the Celtics, just because you could throw the ball anywhere and he was going to catch it. And this gives me so much hope that he can be back to what he was, because that extension, floating in the air, the left hand, and then it goes down. And Rob is just a really smart player, like above all the athleticism that I was trying to defend him, telling people that he's more than just an athletic big. It is what it is. But here, of course, Rob is also a great help defender. He switched on Conley, and I would like to think he impacted this random shot right here on the contest. Might have fouled him, but he didn't have any fouls in this game, which was good, and it didn't seem like he was tired in his first game back. And there was just so many plays that just got me up out my seat, and I was so glad to see that he still has the lift, right? That's all you want to see. Like Rob, his athleticism, it made him everything that he was. Plus the smarts on both sides of the court. He's a great cutter, and he sniffed this play out, right? So you got Nickeil Alexander-Walker going to the baseline. Kamara has to step. That's Tumani. Yeah. Kamara has a step up, and Rob immediately sees that, hey, Gobert's wide open. Nickeil Alexander does the right thing, but Rob just comes out of thin air and bats the ball down. Y'all gonna have to excuse me, man, cause this shit left me speechless, bro. I almost shed a tear. And look at the bench. As soon as this goes in, please watch this bench. Everybody, they so surprised. And listen, I love Jrue Holiday. I love what Jrue brought to our team. And I'm comfortable saying this because the Celtics got a championship, right? When the news came through that Rob was traded, it was him, Brogdon, and a first for Jrue Holiday. I said that it was an overpay. And I said that overpays can work, which it did. The reason I said this is because that was Rob's first offseason. That was Rob's first healthy offseason. And all he was doing, instead of rehabbing like he's been doing his whole career, that was the first offseason that he had to actually work on his game. And all offseason you saw him, his jumper was getting better. You saw him in the gym shooting. And if he could, I'm not saying Rob's gonna hit 3 every game, but this looks fluid and it looks good. And a key reason why that Celtics defense that went to the championship was one of the greatest we've ever seen in the second half of that season is because, of course, Rob was able to block shots, right? He was a rim protector, but he was on those wings, right? He was guarding the wings, and we had Horford guarding the centers. And for that to work, Rob has to be able to move his feet. He has to be able to guard guys on the perimeter. And this is his first game back in a year. Switched on Anthony Edwards, right? And he just does a phenomenal job, stays with him the whole time. And this is the part I like. As Anthony Edwards is driving, he decels right here, right? And you can see Rob is about to go up and jump, but he sees that he's decelerating. And he stops on a dime with Anthony Edwards, sees that he's decelerating, and then he jumps and forces the miss. And of course, Rob is just a really smart player, a really anticipatory defender. And he got the name Time Lord because of his timing on block shots, but he uses that timing here, sees the flare screen, and almost gets a steal. Again, his versatility on the defensive side of the ball, being able to protect the rim and guard the perimeter. It looks like he's gotten a little bit bigger, but he's wearing it well, and it doesn't seem to be holding him down too much. As you see, he's against Gobert, who's not a post scorer, but he's a pretty strong guy, and Rob is just like, he's not moving. Like, he's not moving. Rob forced to take a really dumb shot, but then against Julius Randle, who had a great game, he hit about every three. And Rob, it was nice to see him contesting threes again, right? This, of course, isn't how he was, but it's close to it, right? He was the best three-point shot contester, and it was no contest, right? Here does a nice job forcing to miss. And the most underrated part of Rob's game is his passing. The Celtics were able to run offense through him, and here in Portland, he can do the same thing with some athletic cutters like Scoot Henderson, guys like Shaden Sharp, Avdia, and Simons, and you know, I'm just glad to see him on the court. Here he gets to cut the Scoot and he lays it up. But that is a video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share it to everyone that you can. Just read out there a little bit more, and I will see you guys in the next video. This is Nick. Peace.